Alright guys, there's nothing like a good video sample from a good camera. This is 1080p. Let's test the zoom. Yeah, it has zoom. It has optical image stabilization too, so this is one of the smoothest zooming features, or zooming on a phone I've seen in quite some time. It's really cold out, it's actually raining. This will give you a sense of how nice the camera is and how the sound quality is on this particular device. It has a front-facing microphone right under the Windows logo on the front, and it also has a noise cancellation microphone on the back. So there you go. Take a look at the camera settings. Alright, so I think we've established that this 10 megapixel with Carl Zeiss optical image stabilization is a great camera. There's no denying that this peer view technology that Nokia has worked on also greatly over time, dedicated camera key, has proven itself to me, because this camera is a 10 megapixel, and when I buy a cell phone, I don't really purchase it for the camera, but when I see a cell phone that has a really good rear camera, megapixels really don't mean anything, because I like the HTC One M8, and some people say, oh, it's the worst camera ever, they failed. I don't think so, because again, that's only coming from people who are really techie, or people who have listened to the techies and now they're just convinced. But I will say this 10 megapixel camera has more options, more useful options, and the way it's laid out, the way it's presented to the customer, than pretty much a lot of other phones that I have. So when I compare it to, let's just grab the first phone that I have here, which is the Moto X. When I compare it to a layout like this, I grow to appreciate this layout. It makes me appreciate this layout. This layout, it'll get the job done. It's a nice camera on the back of the Moto X, but the camera itself is a little behind. Now, does it take great photos? Yes. But this camera is very impressive, to say the least. It's just for the way they have this put together. There's not a lot of cameras that can perform the way this one can. Anything about this camera, I think you'll enjoy it. I think it's kind of sad that most people won't get to experience this because they don't like Windows Phone. And as you all know, I'm definitely pro Windows Phone and pro BlackBerry, and it's not because they're somewhat the underdogs, but I just think people are missing out on great products just because of what someone else is saying. So nonetheless, this camera to me has proven itself, and I think you'll enjoy it if you decide to pick it up. I really enjoy it more. I enjoy this camera more than my Moto X camera. It just takes, I didn't do a comparison video and all that, but just look at the video sample of this device, and then look at the video sample of this device, and I think you'll be impressed to say that this one is much more, it's much better, sadly. But a lot of people are not impressed with this camera right here, so you know, I guess it's not really a shock. But 4K recording on the Moto X was pretty smooth, but it still has some choppiness to it. This one does not record in 4K, but at the same time, it's very, very, very smooth. And it has stereo microphones for recording, stereo sound recording, so the sound quality is really nice on this camera. There's a lot that goes into this camera. I love having a quick launch button with there. But with the Moto X, as you see, I can just twist it twice, and then boom, there goes my camera starting up. But the way this device feels when taking photos, it's kind of, it feels like a camera, you know, because it's squared off. But with the Moto X, I can still tell I'm holding a cell phone. But nonetheless, that is the camera on the Nokia Lumia 830. I think it's very impressive. From the low light shots that I took with the flash and a well-lit room with no flash, I think one would argue that the colors are very vibrant, and it's a really good camera. As you saw in the video recording, once again, it was very smooth on the zoom. And what camera do you know of has a smooth zoom like that besides another Nokia camera? I don't know of very many, and I pretty much have a lot of high-end phones sitting in here, and a lot of them do not perform that well with the camera. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for a 2-year anniversary video. There's only one phone that has stuck with me for 2 years. Can you believe it? Do you know what it is? If you know what it is, leave it out in the comments. And that phone has a fantastic camera as well. So, 2-year anniversary coming up. Stay tuned. This is the Nokia Lumia 830 video camera sample, pictures, tests, discussion. Hit the link in the description below. And head over to my Google Plus community, where you can just talk about anything you want to talk about, technology, ask questions, whatever you want to do. And you can also see the link to my blog down below. And be sure to rate and subscribe. And obviously I'll have more videos on this coming up, a full review, and some other things as well. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.